Hello, hello. Are we live?
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Test. Up. I think I see stuff.
Um,
I see stuff.
I guess it was just a temporary outage.
Okay then.
Okay.
Oh,
I guess we can go a
fuck.
little bit longer.
Okay.
The stream is still down on my end.
I only just put it up, so
there
you'd
it
have to
is.
refresh the page.
Okay,
All right,
so
yeah, Dragon Cat
unfortunately-
sees us.
Unfortunately, Earth, because of the panic, Earth got minorly spoiled about certain something, but we'll be going a little bit longer.
I mean, I figured as much anyway, just because there's a remaining room that we're investigating.
Yeah, since you're going through 2 rooms, I'd say let's stop once we get through the first one.
Get through or get to?
Probably get to.
Through.
Yeah.
All right, once we get to the first one. All right,
Yeah.
that works.
If we were going through the first one, if we were stopping by going through the first one, this stream would go for probably at least another half hour at bare minimum.
Yeah. Before Junpei
I
could
think-
answer,
I
Snake
think-
spoke up.
I think audio's fucked.
What?
Is it?
At least on the Discord stream.
I don't think anyone said anything in the game, so.
Yeah.
There is most likely only one person with a 6.
So did that go through?
Yes.
Then it's fine.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah, I heard that.
But I don't get it.
Okay, yeah.
What about June?
Well, this is only an educated guess, but I think June's number was never 6 to begin with. Her bracelet was flipped. In other words, June's real number is
9.
That seems the most likely.
Then all this numbered door stuff was just a load of crap?
Why would you say that?
Because if June is 9, then the numbers wouldn't match up.
Yeah. Clover grabbed Junpei's notebook and began to write furiously in it.
Here, look.
Here, look, she says to the blind man.
Oh my god! And she should
Oh,
know
no.
better than
Her
anyone!
Says to the blind man, her brother.
Junpei leaned over to look at it.
List of all the numbered doors June's gone through.
I'll let you know what I'm writing, okay, Snake?
Okay,
And that's everything.
so
Yes?
no wait. Never mind. This will be explained in a moment.
I wrote down which door she went into and with whom. And I wrote what all the numbers were. So if you switch
Holy shit,
9
that's good
and wherever
memory.
There's a 6, the numbers don't
as
work.
I said, Clover is
If
a
the
very,
digital
very
root is
smart
7,
18-year-old.
then you can't open door 4. If the digital root is 2, then you can't open door 8.
Clover, do you notice anything interesting on that list?
What do you mean?
You're talking about 3, right?
3?
Santa's always in the room with her. That's what you're saying, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
What about it?
That's quite simple, really. You told me that the first time you came to this room, Santa was the first to refuse to leave June behind. Now, doesn't that beg the question why? Why would Santa do such a thing? The answer is easy. Because Santa can't open door 9 with only 7 in Lotus. Of course, there's only one reason for that. His number isn't actually 3. Santa's real number, 7? Would you be so kind as to modify my sister's equations?
Yeah, sure.
Is it fucking 0?
Seven took the pen from a confused Clover and began to adjust her calculations.
This is what you were getting at, right, Snake?
He read out the changes he'd made. When he finished, he looked at Snake. Snake smiled.
Thank you. That is exactly right, 7. Santa's true number wasn't 3. It was 0.
No
So-
way.
I'd like to point out the fact that, when we went to be an asshole, Santa's panic wasn't because of Junpei's actions. It was because if he didn't fucking hurry, they'd find out his bullshit.
Santa is 0?
Also,
And June
something,
was 9, not 6.
something else, like much more minor, but relevant. That scene shows how fucking fast he is, and then when he gets the gun this timeline, he's super fucking fast and gets behind June instantly.
Just instant
Conversely,
transmissions.
Santa was 0, not 3. +3 and -3, they cancel
This
one
also
another
means
out.
in any other
Nothing
timeline
appears
that
out
we
of
went
order.
through another door, say,
Was
With
June
June.
always with Santa?
June
Yes,
was with Santa,
actually.
yes. Every single time.
yep. The math is accurate
Santa
on
was
each
still
one.
playing by the rules of the nonary game this whole time.
Yeah, because I'm thinking the only 2 times we were with June, they were in the 2 first-class cabins and the boiler
Yep.
room, and both times we were with Santa.
Yep.
Also the shower room. Santa was also there. So.
Yeah.
Precisely.
So you're saying Santa planned this whole thing?
I'm not sure if he acted alone or not, but I think it is safe to conclude that he is 0, if my hypothesis is correct.
Clover bit her lip. She seemed to be having some difficulty believing her brother's explanation. Junpei. Junpei remains silent and thought.
Snake's hypothesis. Something doesn't seem right.
All right, Earth, what are
Yeah.
you doing?
Testing out an earlier hypothesis.
Can you describe that earlier hypothesis?
That if Junpei's earlier thing about it being an O is correct, that would make it 24, which would be 18 plus 6, meaning it would still qualify as a 6 for figuring out digital roots, because it is 6 above a multiple of 9.
June's bracelet being flipped. Even if that were possible, that would mean there are 2 number 9 bracelets. And if that's the case,
All right, that's enough talking. Let's go. It's high time we went through that door.
Door 9 opened. They leapt through.
It's right there.
The dead was directly in front of them as they came through the door. Quickly, they scanned their bracelets. You know, and the detonator stopped.
Oh,
You know, imagine if there was a dead close enough to the door that you could jump through, authenticate on the dead, and jump back out through the door. At the
I mean, there are
prosecutor-
some of the doors that are like that.
Yeah, like
I
this
mean-
one.
The confinement chamber.
After pausing for a moment to catch their collective breath, Junpei and his companions headed down the long hallway in front of them.
all right. Let's keep going.
At the end was a set of stairs leading down into the
I
ship.
think these stairs go to the bottom deck.
They leaned out and looked over the side.
Looks dry.
Let's head down.
After deciding it was safe, they headed down the stairs. Before long, Junpei and his companions found themselves on the bottom deck. They turned left into another hallway, at the end of which they found another door.
Hey, it's a...
And of course, there was a symbol engraved over the keyhole. It looked like the sort of harpoon when we used to hunt fish.
Is that
Kind with 3
Neptune?
prongs. I would
That is
assume
Neptune, yes.
Snake traced the shape of it with his fingers.
This is the Neptune symbol. There must be a key around here somewhere.
Neptune key. I only have the Uranus key card.
Clearly, it wasn't going to open this door.
It's a different planet. Plus, it's the wrong kind of key.
Let's turn around and go back for now.
Yeah.
After examining the door for a few more minutes, they gave up and headed back the way they came.
Hey, another door.
With a little more searching, they found a metal door.
And a card reader this time.
A symbol was engraved onto the card reader.
It's the Uranus symbol.
This is the place.
He muttered to himself and slid the card through the reader. It beeped once, and the light on it turned green. Man, that would sure suck if the other team went through this door and did not have the card key.
Yeah.
It's implied that in Safe, this is the route that they went through. So they actually had to do all this nonsense.
Well, that explains how we caught up to them after spending like half an hour just gazing at our navels.
Yep.
Junpei, Clover, Snake, and Seven looked at one another, nodded, and stepped through. The room they found themselves in was full of books.
Wow! It's totally full of books!
It's time to
so
spend
many.
our vacation
I
at
don't know where to look.
the library!
It looked remarkably like a library. Not the sort of library
This
where a large number
vacation-
of people come to read books. More the sort of library
This
that was simply a place to store books.
This vacation is shitty. I want to talk to my travel agent. I demand a refund.
I was
I'd
making-
like to spend time in a library.
I mean,
I mean, yes, but also I was advertised an escape room, not a death game.
I mean,
I was making an Avatar joke.
I know, but honestly, like something I was actually thinking about earlier, I would love a 6-hour long escape room.
I don't think I could go for that long.
That would be pretty fucking dope.
It would be pretty dope.
We should go to a skate room the next time you guys visit us on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Maybe.
He felt a little overwhelmed by the sheer number of books, but Junpei did his best to speak with authority.
All right, if we want to get through that door out there, we need the Neptune key. I say we split up and look for it.
Okay.
Very well.
Sure thing.
Good. Let's get started then. We don't have a lot of time. Hurry.
Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the Forest of Knowledge. As he began his search, for reasons he didn't fully understand, Junpei felt those particular words float through his mind.
Welcome to the library.
Okay.
Eke a way out.
We pushing through this or stopping here for now and doing these
If
two?
Hannah says she wants to go through it and thinks she can, I'm fine with it.
Okay.
I feel like I could. I mean,
All right.
let me just brush my teeth and, like, get on my PJs and I'll be it. I
Yes.
think I can do it.
Well. Oh shit, Clover's in here. You do have lines.
Yeah, I am here. Let me just,
I can take up Clover while she's occupied with brushing her teeth.
Okay.
Oh my
This'll-
god, I
this'll
just
take
realized
like
I don't have any
5
lines again! Actually, no, 7 is here, so I do have lines, don't I?
No, I'm
Wait,
sorry.
no,
yeah.
that's...
Yeah,
Lois.
you're
Seven
right.
and
yeah.
Snake are Loey. Clover is. You are Santa and Ace. Don't worry though, Taze. You're gonna have a lot more lines in the next game.
There's a note on the table.
Lights to books. Huh, what does that mean?
Well, see y'all next
Wait,
game.
who the fuck was voicing Snake?
Me, I'm
Chloe.
voicing Snake.
Oh,
Do you wait, Taza? Do you want to voice Snake?
Wait, I think I was voicing Snake
No,
earlier.
it was
No,
me.
the casting was you were Ace and Santa, Loey was Snake and Seven, Earth was June and Junpei, Hannah was Clover and Lotus, and I was the 9th man in Zero to deliberately give myself no voice lines.
Okay, works. Well, whatever. Just see y'all next game.
Do you want to voice Snake?
Nah, it's good.
okay.
Interesting. Well, intelligence often hides itself in darkness. Have you ever thought about the pages of a book? Each page only sees, what, maybe 2 or 3 minutes of light before the reader's on to the next? They spend the rest of their lives locked in darkness. Rather like myself.
That's horrible.
Okay, there you go.
I'm here.
Oh, no. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. Not at all.
Are you
I live
sure?
in the darkness, yes, molded by it. It has gifted me with the ability to catch the truths others might miss.
All things begin in darkness, and also
God
end.
damn it.
The heart is no different.
God damn it.
I can hear the voices hidden in the darkness, you might say.
Can you hear the beats of the planet?
God, Barrett is such a mood. Every year that passes.
I am looking forward to watching the Let's Player that I like playing the next part of Final Fantasy VII Remake.
I've been meaning to go through that. Like, I started it, I need to finish it, and then, you know, of course, play Interlude and Rebirth. And
Personally,
while
I
I've been
like the
thinking of going
original
through-
better, but that's just me.
Well, I mean, they're basically two separate games. Like,
Yeah.
The second one also isn't finished.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
But I will say, while I've been thinking about, oh, I should really add that to my list, something that has been creeping into my mind has been, hey, and you should probably play Dirge of Cerberus and Crisis Core too.
Not Dirge of Cerberus. Crisis Core, yes. Dirge of Cerberus, no.
I will insist on putting up with Dirge of Cerberus if I do this.
Oh lordy.
What?
How the fuck do I say this word?
Paleontology.
Okay.
Paleontology. Y'all fucking fuck. Paleontology. That's the one of. This one's about fossils, right? Ammonites are pretty nasty looking. You could also make them into a pretty neat jewels if you have banana stones and cherry stones.
I mean,
oh wait, berry stones. That's right.
Okay, but also
No wait, cherry stones was the thing. That was right.
They have a sweet evolution.
Oh yeah, Kabutops is pretty awesome.
Well, no, that's what a
Oh wait,
trilobite evolves into.
Omastar.
Yeah.
Kabuto is based off a horseshoe crab.
I prefer Omanite.
Trilobites are what evolved into horseshoe crabs.
Right, I was mistaking Ammonites for Trilobites.
Yeah.
Oh,
This one
do you wanna
says. Oh.
do you want to hear something neat? I've probably mentioned this before,
What?
but I believe that since horseshoe crabs are like so goddamn old, like they've been actually studying them to help make medicines. Their blood is blue. They've been using their blood to make medicines, or try to study medicines.
Alright.
This one says transition of extinct species. We need to hurry it up, or else we're gonna end up in the pages of a book like that.
I will warn you, there is a lot to examine in this place.
Why did mankind lose their tails? Junpei, you know what this one's about?
Why are you asking me? I didn't even know we had tails to lose. Maybe you should ask a human with a tail. Those do exist.
Really?
Yep.
Mankind's ancestors most likely lost their tails to. Oh, whoops.
I did
No
not press
longer-
it, it just moved automatically.
No longer useful in the nutrients required to grow them, were put to better use elsewhere.
So
Are there actually some people who
yes.
are alive that have tails?
Yes. So, technically you have a small tail. It is where the base of your spine meets. It just doesn't really extend past your body. It's basically
your
a nub.
tailbone.
Yeah, it's basically a nub on your hips.
Yeah.
But in rare cases, that actually grows into a full-fledged tail. Most of the time when people are born like that, it gets amputated as a child.
Yeah.
So they go and Goku them.
And unlike Saiyans, it
that's
doesn't
lame.
grow back.
Yeah.
Why would you amputate a cool tail?
Yeah.
There's a
because
lot of
it-
medical procedures that are done to babies when they look abnormal to keep them from being abnormal. Because, I mean,
Yeah.
much
Also-
as many of us would like to have kept a tail, being abnormal
We're
is
not
a-
all furries.
Yeah, being abnormal can cause you a lot of problems later in life.
Yep.
And plus, you know, all the torment you'd go through in elementary school.
Yep.
Like,
Plus-
could you
Fuck 'em,
imagine
kids.
being called Tail Boy?
Cool.
Yeah.
No, not cool.
Yeah,
You'd be
yes,
bullied
cool.
mercilessly.
You would
would be
basically
bullied.
be consigned to a life as a circus freak show.
Okay, but can you consider I don't give a fuck about what other people think?
Yeah, well, sadly for most of us, because I would like a tail, that decision is made long before the child has any say in the matter.
Yep.
Anyway,
And I hate it.
At least, that's what I read. I was rather young, so I may have remembered it incorrectly. Huh? Why the hell would a kid be reading a book like that?
Because he's a nerd. Next question.
Micrographia, huh?
Ah, yes. Robert Hooke's famous work, first published in 1665. He built a microscope and examined insects, inorganic substances, and other things too small to be seen in detail by the naked eye. He then drew pictures of many of the things he examined, and published them in a book. I'd hazard a guess this shelf was concerned with the natural sciences.
Ooh, natural science.
Creatures of the South Seas, huh? I wonder if this one's got a picture of colorful fish and stuff. Introduction to geology, huh?
Excuse me.
Thinking about the Earth, even when you're on the ocean. Kind of romantic in a way, I guess.
What's everyone's birthstone?
Emerald.
I'm a turquoise.
I believe Alexandrite.
I have.
What month were you born again?
June.
Oh, right. Some months have multiple birthstones.
Right, exactly. I know Alexandrite is one of them.
I think
Pearl
Ruby
is
is
the one that I
another.
grew up knowing.
My birthstone is amethyst. Yay!
Yeah, you're amethyst.
And Chloe, yours is either aquamarine or blood jasper.
Wait, were you? He was born in March, right? If it was March, it
Yes.
would be aquamarine.
Well,
I
blood
think
jasper
June
is
is.
the other. Blood jasper is the other
Anyway.
birthstone for that month. And yes,
We do need.
we're
to get some
already
time
pushing
going.
time. Let us not, keep doing this.
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
Theories of the Cambrian explosion. Did a bomb go off somewhere near Cambria? Wrong kind of explosion.
It was a population explosion, wasn't it? Amongst a
Yeah.
large number of new
Yeah.
species?
Roughly 500 million years ago, during what is known as the Cambrian period. Research suggests that a variety of living organisms increased by an order of magnitude.
I actually know about this.
Why that happened, however, is still something of a mystery. There are a number of theories. This book is most likely a collection of them. The theory of evolution. Heck, even I know this one. That's that Darwin guy, right?
Yep.
Well, yes and no. Oh. Charles Darwin wrote a book called On the Origin of Species. In it, he put forth the theory of evolution.
Yeah, I remember that part. He called it natural selection. Oh, Sapphire's a good one, Dragon Cat.
Yeah, Sapphire is September. That's my dad.
Mother Nature.
Is that some sort of book about hippie chicks? Probably not. Perhaps tangentially. It is most likely about environmental protection. I was just trying to make a joke.
Dude, hippie chicks? Really? Okay, let's... Oops.
Totally radical. It's a. I almost thought that said cockroach. It's a coat rack, like a place where you can hang coats and hats and stuff. Oh, this one's not too big, so maybe just hats.
Let's see, so...
All of a sudden, when you said cockroach, I got an idea of a dick-shaped blunt.
Yeah.
Why?
Okay, so we've got 2 levels.
Oh, there's so many books.
I did warn you, there's a lot of things to examine here.
Yeah, this is the wordiest room in the game.
Alright.
Energy theory, huh? I don't even understand the damn title. Looks like the shelf's all science and technology.
Okay, so we've got 3 sections we can check out further.
Are property values going up in space too these days? Man, guess times are tough for aliens too.
Damn you,
This one
gentrification!
This one says cosmic inflation.
Damn you!
7, it's not that kind of inflation.
Oh, so
Inflates you and makes you big and round.
Oh,
Not that kind either!
Jesus Christ, Taze, stop it. Quantum gravity.
Ah.
Seven, do you have any idea what this is?
How about you start by using real words? Then maybe we'll get somewhere.
Theory of general relativity, huh?
Oh, I know that one.
You know, it's nice to see Clover happy again.
Yes, me too. That's
Yeah,
Einstein, right?
Yeah, it's almost like seeing your dead, like thinking your brother is dead for several hours, and then seeing he's okay will improve your mood a little bit.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Oh, what's this? An overview of conformal field theory.
Well, it's a theory that posits that an invariant quantum field where conformal transformation... Oh, Jesus Christ thing. Where conformal transformation can take place.
Okay, I have found a word I don't know yet. Conformal.
Me neither.
I want to say that means out of the ordinary, perhaps?
Let's keep going.
Knock it off with the science voodoo stuff. You trying to put me to sleep?
I mean, I like both science and voodoo.
I like science.
Conformal, preserving the correct angles between directions within small areas through distorting distances.
Wow, I was way
Oh,
off.
fuck. Snake, what the
Stop
fuck is wrong with
doing
you?
math! Numbers are not supposed to be given names! Years of counting, yet no real world use found for going higher than your fingers!
Anyway,
I love that place.
the same. Supersymmetric string theory and 10-dimensional spacetime. I mean, that's a fair bit level above me. I only know 4th-dimensional spacetime.
They're just talking about superstrings theory.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
I
I suppose that would allow for 5th dimension. I suppose.
I read about, or I watched a video about string theory in high school, and apparently the 5th and other dimensions up are kind of like, well, imagine a ant on climbing up a branch,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and how they can go around the branch.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but in dimensional space.
Okay.
And those are the 5th and so on dimensions.
Okay.
It is a theory of relativity where... How to explain? It says that all elements of the universe are governed by the vibrations and harmonics of tiny supersymmetric strings.
Look, unless it has something to do with string fish or string cheese, we don't have time for this.
What's the deal with these titles?
They're all just gibberish.
Hey, what if we, like, switch them around?
Switch them around?
Yeah. If we move them around, maybe they'll spell something. I immediately know what we have to do.
Oh, I get it.
Open!
Yeah, heck, it's worth a shot.
Exactly.
Open here, find bulb. How about this? Looks like putting those books in the right order. Open this thing right up. That was a piece of cake.
Hooray! You did it, Junpei!
I guess that turned out well enough.
Don't open dead inside.
So if the letters from the title spell out, open here, find bulb. Isn't that
For the easiest puzzle in the game.
that light bulb looks like it's brand new? And it's really big, so it'll make a lot of light. So where can we use that? What's with the paper on the
I already checked that.
What is
it
it?
said something about shedding light on the truth. It's what led to Snake talking about darkness. This book's called Mind Swap.
You mean you could like change bodies with somebody?
Sounds fun.
Freaky
Give me
Friday.
give me on that.
No, I'm good where I'm staying. I like where my body is right now, so thank you. Oh Jesus, I have no idea what I just said. But something about my brother or Junpei too much. I'd rather die than Seven switch with me.
Yeah, with the longer lines, it'll automatically move.
What the hell? Not gonna ever want to swap bodies with a little brat like you.
Hey, were you just imagining it? You were.
Shut up.
Oh,
I'm also-
Seven
Yeah,
is an
well,
egg!
he wasn't the only one.
Note
Seven
to
is
self.
an egg!
Oh, bring 7 to Mana Fate.
Teletemporation and telepathy. What the hell is this one about?
Well, I know what telepathy is, but I never heard of teletemporation. It refers to having the ability to travel through time.
Oh!
Like temporal.
This is perhaps super relevant. That's probably what Junpei went through. Because he wasn't getting a telepathic communication from someone else. He was getting a telepathic communication from an alternate timeline version of himself.
God, if you keep going
This
like
one says
that-
the golden rabbit and the moon on it.
That's a Japanese legend.
Does it mean it's about a rabbit that lives on the moon? Rabbits are pretty cute, but what's the moon stuff about? Do they pound mochi up on the moon?
It's talking about the Judas tree that is said to grow on the moon, according to Chinese legend.
That part I didn't know about.
Me neither.
Kitab al-Azif. Man, they've got some weird stuff here. I can't even pronounce this one.
Oh, I know what this is.
Yeah, I recognize that name. Oh god, I want to say
It's
it was
the original title for the Necronomicon.
Yeah.
Who's that? Some famous guy? No.
It's not a name. It's not a person's name. It's the name of a fictional book created by Abdul Al-Zahid. I pronounced that wrong for sure. And it's said to be one of the sources of the creation of the legendary Book of the Dead, the Necronomicon.
Wait, has anyone here played Persona 5 Royal?
Yes.
I did
Yes.
not finish it.
I still haven't finished either.
I was gonna say it relates to Futaba, but I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
I mean, her persona is Necronomicon, though. That much I know.
Yeah.
You would know that even if they would have known that even if they hadn't played Royal, if they just played the normal one.
No, it's because
I
something.
know what you're going for, but I also. Oh.
Let's just
Anyway.
move on.
Yeah. Oh, so these are all the occult books and stuff.
Get back to me when it's the Akashic Record.
Let's see.
Let's go down.
Oh shoot, I had never I had forgotten to Okay, that was the open here find bulb. It's that one. Oh shit, there's actually more stuff.
Just listening to you read those titles is giving me a headache.
Can't say fancy technology and stuff and I get along real well. Keep on talking about that stuff, you're gonna put me to sleep.
The black hole hypothesis, gamma ray astrophysics.
I'll be right back. I have to use the bathroom.
Okay.
I guess this book has an astronomy theme.
Yep.
Yeah, the wordiest room in the game, for sure.
A history of Buddhism.
I guess, Suki?
Look, this one says Cultural Heritage of Rome.
Bet that's gonna be some serious inheritance tax.
I don't get it.
Inheritance.
Permian creatures. Seems a little fancy for some sort of prehistoric critter. Not to mention most of them were most likely reptiles and amphibians. Without hair, I can't imagine they had much need for perms.
That's got nothing to do with this.
Thank you for making the joke that I was thinking of, Seven.
What's Hellenism?
I know I've heard
Well-
that term before.
Well,
It's
Hellenism is when you really, really like Satan,
I think it's something.
That's Satanism.
I think it's something like a fusion of Greek and Oriental culture. Yeah, I know it has something to do with Greek culture, because I believe it has relation to Helen of Troy. A kid's book here? It looks like it's a children's story about Native Americans.
Don't you think a random book like that is kind of suspicious? Maybe you want to hold
Okay.
on to it.
What'd you find?
This one has some Native Americans on the cover, and you know it didn't say that in Japanese. Hey,
Yeah.
Junpei, take a look at that one.
Just a slight racist caricature on the cover. Native Americans, huh? Maybe it's got some... Whoa! It's a pop-up book!
What does it say?
Leak? The sequel to
Rick.
Leak?
So, I only learned recently that that game's not supposed to be pronounced Yeek.
It's
I'm gonna keep
Y2K.
calling it Yeek because it's awful, but...
What's that? One of them pop-up books? L-R-K,
That doesn't mean anything, does it?
where you could make them KLR, like, Curl or Carl, get off my
Earl,
lawn.
so we need to access. So we need a to pull the raw HTTP contents of a website through the text console.
Ah, cool. I love Neopets.
Oh god.
Oh boy. History of the medieval period. Oh, this stuff. Maybe it's about Sir Lancelot? No, that was fan fiction.
Isn't he just a story? I don't think you're gonna find a guy who didn't really exist
No,
in the history.
no, what am I thinking about? Galahad was a guy trying to insert his OC into Arthurian legend.
Yeah.
Oriental history. Maybe this one's about China's 4,000 years of history or something. Yeah, before it became bad.
Hey, Chinese history and Oriental history aren't the same thing. I mean... A, you can say that about a lot of nations, and also B, it's like... I mean... Charting who's the good guys and the bad guys throughout history is a, it's a
Losing battle in
it's
itself.
a monumental task.
It's you know
It's
what they say. Only
basically
the winners
everybody
wrote history.
It's basically everybody of any importance fucking sucks, and the ones that don't get their ass kicked almost immediately by the ones who do suck. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah. This one's called
With the sole
History
exception of the
Western World.
Nazis.
Well,
Fuck
yeah,
Nazis.
my point was more that, like, the policies of a nation tend to change from era to era. So, you know,
Yes.
between all the various dynasties that China has had, I imagine it's had all sorts of ups and downs in terms of, like, their foreign policy. Anyway,
I would like to point out that we are
Down.
30 minutes over time and we're still on the top floor.
Well, I assume it's about European history.
yeah. Just gonna leave it at that, Snake. Doesn't seem like you. Does he not like European history? Hey, look at this. This book's called Greek Mythology.
Damn, that thing's huge. Can't imagine anyone's actually read the whole thing.
You'd be
Is it a
surprised.
walkthrough for Hades, the massive roguelike 2D action game by Supergiant Games, the developers of Bastion?
Anyway,
Yeah, baby. I fucking love that game.
Man, we put more tangents in this thing than the characters do.
quick, we have to move on. Same person 5 seconds later. Hey, this reminds me of a story.
We gotta stop.
To be fair, I wasn't the one who said that.
Anyway.
It's a guide for God of War. Next question.
Ooh.
Let's see. This is the... Yep, that's the... Okay, that's the door we came in.
Oh, look, another inconspicuous
Principles
book.
of monkey behavior, huh?
I imagine that's a book describing praxeology studies on monkeys.
Monkey.
Monkeys are very similar to humans. God damn, I don't know why that made me laugh. Monkeys are very similar to humans evolutionary. So I imagine the research was rather fruitful.
Monkey's just a fun word. Banana.
Oh, banana.
Banana. Oh, look, 7 years ago. That's perfect for you.
Donkey Kong.
Kong. Yeah. It's called correlation of muscle, bone density, and bone strength.
You're just saying that because it says muscle.
This book is just called Dissection. This bookshelf must be all medical books.
From what I can tell, it seems like these books have been organized by genre. This library must be massive. I'm rather impressed by how well organized it is.
Human equilibrium theory.
Human anatomy.
Regeneration of internal organs.
That's useful.
This one just looks like that picture book from earlier, the one with the pop-ups.
You think they're part of a series or something? They do have the same binding. Oh, it's a baseball!
There's a
There's a baseball on this one. Come on, Juby, let's see what's in it.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say it's probably baseball stuff. Head.
Head? This is a pop-up book. It's got the letters each. Taze, please. It's got the letters H-E-A-D popping out of it.
Lil Head.
Functions of the human brain. Huh, I guess this is a book about the nervous system?
I'd love to ask you to read it to me, but I don't think we have the time.
I'm kind of curious about it, too. There's gotta be a reason why people connect with each other, you know?
Dissection Atlas. Huh. This whole shelf is full of medical books.
Look, this one's called Recreation of the Lost Human Functions. You think they're talking about if you, like, lose part of your body, you could, you know, grow it back? Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Urge to discuss phantom pain syndrome. Growing.
I think they're talking about reconstructing abilities that humankind once possessed. In other words, they may be talking about cultivating a sixth sense.
Ancient gladiators. What's this book doing here?
Maybe they were researching human physical limits across history.
You know, on that bit about the capabilities that humans once possessed, did you know that people have tested that with tail prosthetics attached, the brain can actually learn how to control it?
Gimme!
No.
Yeah. There are books here in all sorts of languages. But there's something suspicious about the shelf on the left. It's a small enclosure with 9 sides. There are 3 of these things that look like music stands.
Hey, Junpei, maybe you're supposed to put those pop-up books on the stands? Then you could open them up.
Oh yeah! If we do that, then they make a shadow on the bottom there. True, but there are 3 stands, right? We don't have enough picture books.
In other words, we need 3 picture books. Got it.
Go look.
This bookshelf is sort of a glass inlay. It's pretty big, but there are only 6 books in it. That seems kind of suspicious, puzzly even.
Hey, it looks like there's something on the bottom. Can't really see it though. The glass is all foggy.
Awesome. There's a lock on the glass door. Yep, won't budge.
Thankfully, locks are really easy to force.
Yeah,
ironically, if 7 punched it, the lock would probably just fall apart.
Hi, this is the lockpicking lawyer, and we're doing the notary game.
Okay, but keep in mind, this game was made well before those kinds of videos were up on the internet and frequently enjoyed by millions. So Junpei probably does not know how to pick a lock. Anyway, in the middle of the glass door is a cylinder lock. You know, the kind of lock where you rotate the numbers around until you get the right ones to open it. What the hell is this? It's like they just gave us the answer. Guess I might as well give it a shot. Let's see.
Hit button question mark? Oh, yeah.
932415.
They literally just gave us the answer.
One five.
No,
That was a
it's six.
5. That's a.
The one on the right is a 5, the one on the left is a 6.
I am fucking blind.
It's okay, hun. I love you.
You did it, Junpei! Yay!
I don't know why, but I don't really feel particularly happy about being praised for that. Whatever. At least the lock's open now. Let's see if we can get it open, alright?
Open it up.
Another light bulb.
Also, books seem to be pointing at the cylinder number lock.
Light bulb.
Feels like a light bulb.
Pretty high wattage, too, unless I miss my guess. It should generate quite a bit of light. Yeah, I think I know where to put that. Let's see what we've got here. So many books here. I wonder what this was. What's this? Warm?
Oh! Sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
Hey, what's the deal with this sappy stuff?
There are a bunch of books on folklore and myth here. Anything on fairies?
Wait.
What's this? Origin of Japanese folklore. Looks like there are a bunch of books about Japanese culture here. Mostly ones about folklore, though.
Give me.
Well,
Yes.
folklore can cover a wide range of subjects. History, urban life, religious trends, environmental changes, oral traditions. Folklore can cover all of those things if you know where to look.
This looks pretty deep.
Korikyo is like frothing at the mouth.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Clover, would you like to meet my sister?
No.
Agriculture and historical organizations in folklore.
Hey, there's another one of them picture books here. Something about these things feels kind of nice, you know? Brings back good memories.
Guess even people like Seven were kids once.
No shit, you little brat.
Or he's only 45.
Hey guys, cool it. Alright, I think I'm gonna take this picture book with me.
Being 45
Tales
in
of
Japan
Old
means you're
Age.
like a corpse.
It's got a magic
Yeah,
That
wand
is
on it.
not a
wrong.
magic wand.
Yeah.
It is. It is specifically from the whole thing of Isun Boshi. Granted, it's also a hammer.
Yeah. So it's a magic hammer.
So, what's inside? Well, aren't you gonna open it? We're all waiting and you're doing nothing.
Pretty sure it's just gonna have pages inside Smartest. SE51. Looks like another pop-up book. This book has an S, an E, a dash, and a number 5 sticking out of it. I might be impressed if I was 5. But Junpei, you are 5. Modern Japanese literature. Huh.
Alright, you have 3 books.
It says.
Riemann.
Riemann hypothesis. What is there to hypothesize about a Riemann? Isn't it pretty straightforward?
I'd rather hypothesize about ramen.
Heavens
I
no,
could go for some good ramen.
Snake, why?
God. Heavens no, there are many factors. Length, girth, lubrication, or the lack thereof. It's exciting. It's an exciting and rapidly growing field.
Oh
Causing
my!
Whoa.
I mean,
You know what? No.
Okay,
no,
but
no.
now I want to look up the actual like Riemann hypothesis thing and see if those factors actually contribute to the proper source material.
If that
Later.
is the case, that is just as funny as it is horny, and
That is
a
hilarious if
Kotaro
that's the case.
Jikoshi thing.
Anyway,
Weird book, Junpei. Indian mathematics. Sounds interesting.
I checked it.
funny.
It's math nonsense.
that's not funny. They invented mathematics from what I recall.
Yeah.
Why is that
Really?
funny? This one's Goldbox Conjecture.
Conjecture. What's it about? Like magic or psychic stuff or something? Right, but it's about jewelry, ain't it? It may have an odd title, but it's actually a very respectable mathematics book. It deals with one of the unsolved problems of additive number theory. Sorry I said anything. Look, let's not get into this right now, okay?
Algebraic number theory. Math, huh?
There's another one like that over there. You mean something like primary number theory, or analytical number theory, or geometry?
Oh my gosh, how did you know? Nobody said anything about those.
Well, number theory is usually split into 4 chief disciplines. If there was a book named Algebraic Number Theory, I took a wild guess that the other theory would be there as well. Looks like I was right.
Can we get show Minamoto's personal porn stash, please?
The Pythagorean theorem. I think this is it, actually.
Yep.
Because that's where sine, cosine, and tangent come from.
God damn it!
Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
Sounds like there's a number of math books in this section.
SOHCAHTOA. Dad kind. What the hell is this?
Well, it's a book about 7, clearly.
Why is there a book about my chestnut here?
Wasn't that a German mathematician? Maybe it's a complication. Wow, I can't talk. Compilation of his work.
Wow.
Owen
incredible.
Wilson. Wow, it's incredible.
Owen was her?
Owen, huh?
They forgot the L in my name. Owen isn't enough to go on.
Wow.
Perhaps it's about the English Revolutionary.
No, it's clearly about the 2000s actor.
Wow, it's incredible.
Leibniz?
Wow.
This book is in German. It looks like it's the complete works of something. That name does sound familiar to me.
I've never heard of it.
Well, if Snake doesn't know what it is, I don't think we'll ever know.
Leibniz.
Sheldrake.
Sounds like a Pokemon. Sheldrake.
That's something we've had brought up before.
Isn't Sheldrake...
That Sheldrake also sounds familiar.
It came up
Lotus
previously, I'm
brought
pretty
them up in the room with the Funyarimpa.
Right.
Anyway.
You had 3 books but 2 light bulbs.
Okay, how about we try putting these picture books on the stands? Then...
This is a little weird.
Yeah, I mean, reading the picture books when we're all in our 20s? Come on!
There are 3 lights on the stand.
Nah, that's nothing weird about that.
There are 4 lights! They aren't very bright, though.
Hey, didn't we find some sort of really powerful light bulb earlier? Why don't you put it into one of those lights?
Yeah. Well, it'll get a lot brighter, but...
But if there are 3 lights, that means there's 3 light bulbs. Won't be much point unless we can replace all 3 bulbs.
We need 3 light bulbs, huh? Okay, okay.
My favorite Let's Player keeps making that reference about 4 lights, and I have no idea where it's from.
It's from a very
Star
famous Star Trek episode.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Where basically Captain Picard gets captured by Cardassians
I don't
and
need an explanation on it. I just need to know where it's from.
okay. Well, it is a very good episode. Like, it is one of the classic ones.
Yeah, it delves deep into the topics of propaganda.
And psychological torture.
Yeah, that too.
Okay, now you have me interested.
Like, just
I'm just tabbing through that because it's
Next
most likely not relevant.
Generation. Next Generation in general is very good. Like, there are some weird and wacky episodes, like the one where Deanna Troy fucks a ghost, but
What?
What about the episode where they all turn into lizards?
okay, okay. In that one, it was just 2 crew members, and they fucked and
As
produced
lizards?
offspring.
Let's see.
Man, I was
And it
not
is widely
expecting this
considered
to be
to
the
be-
horny episode.
And it is widely considered to be the worst Star Trek episode ever made.
I know, it's one of the ones that we decided to skip.
Oh,
No, it's one of the ones we never got to because we watched like 2 episodes of Voyager and you lost interest.
Oh, that's in Voyager? I thought it was Next Generation.
No,
I think we have to go
Threshold
back
is a
down.
Voyager
oh,
episode.
there's another book, I think, on the bottom left shelf.
No.
No.
Yeah. Where
Yeah.
the hell is that third light bulb?
Where's that damn 4th light bulb?
Fourth emerald. I think it has to do with that the shelf. Something to do with the shelf,
Oh.
I feel like that's the answer.
Oh, right, that's for later.
And what else can we look here? Not here.
Okay, we're closing in on 1 hour overtime. I'm looking this up.
Yeah, I am legitimately stuck.
Where the hell is the third goddamn light bulb?
I think it's on the top floor, if I recall.
Where?
You rotate more?
Located on the bottom right section of the top left bookshelf.
Top left from which thing? It's a circle.
On the upper level to the right of the second book you got.
Just examine everything.
I'm checking all the
Yeah.
top shelves. Oh, I never went to here before. I'm just gonna skip through this because we are... Oh. God! Damn it!
Motherfucker.
Well, just out of curiosity, I'm gonna skim through these real quick. Foundations of DNA. Automated robotic assembly. As someone who used to work at Amazon, fuck you. Communication computer science. Thinking of DNA, I was actually thinking earlier today about how one of my favorite jokes in Zootopia is just, what's his name, the bully, pronouncing it as Dunna. I'm gonna change these bulbs. Now they should...
How many Junpeis does it take to screw in a light bulb?
Some. It worked.
Way to go, Junpei. Good job, buddy.
There's something projecting on the bottom.
These letters, they seem familiar.
Well, we know what
Cool,
to do.
let's go pull that book out.
I think I should have to
You
click
really
on
telling us to just examine the lights before we can do this?
Oh my...
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Sheldrake 5?
Oh, it needs to play a cutscene, that's why.
Also,
I think I saw the rest
Adventure
of this collection somewhere.
What's up?
Adventure mode.
RB.
Yeah, I think it was somewhere around here.
Let's go take a look.
Okay.
Sedman Clover walked off, leaving Junpei and Snake behind.
Sheldrake. Have you heard of him? Sheldrake, I mean.
Junpei grinned.
Yeah, Lotus told me about him.
There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake. He has a rather interesting theory, morphogenetic fields, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance.
Really? From Lotus, huh?
Well, Clover also said something to me about that stuff.
She did?
Yeah, what was it?
The ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger.
That girl. I told her not to tell anyone.
You did? Why?
Well...
Junpei's eyes narrowed.
Look, man, I didn't push it because we're in a hurry, but I'm kind of sick of this. How about you just tell me, okay?
Tell you what?
Don't give me that. About the experiment.
Snake's shoulders slumped and he shook his head slowly. He'd finally given up.
Very well, fine. I'll tell you everything. But not here. Let's move to the top floor.
Junpei nodded. With that, they climbed the stairs to the top floor. Snake was silent for a moment after they arrived, then finally crossed his arms and spoke.
I suppose I might as well start by telling you why I kept quiet, and why I made sure Clover did as well. To be honest, the explanation is quite simple. Zero told me not to. I had little choice. He didn't walk up and tell me, of course. He gave me a message engraved on a card.
Snake reached into his sleeve and pulled out a small, stiff piece of paper.
That's a Braille card. It looks just like the one you showed us earlier. So you had 2 cards?
No, only one.
Huh? What do you mean? I thought that card just had some rules for the nonary game on it.
Yes, it did. And those were the rules I read you. However, they were not the only thing on the card. There was something I didn't read. Well, perhaps I should say there was something I couldn't read.
And that was?
Tell no one of the events that took place 9 years ago. Tell, and I activate your sister's detonator. It's a threat on our lives.
Oh. Well,
Snake nodded.
Well, what about Clover? Did she get a message from Zero too?
I don't believe she did. But doesn't it strike you as strange that Zero would shut my mouth, but not hers?
Yeah.
To be on the safe side, however, I told her it was best not to tell anyone. Still, apparently she told you. That girl.
What's wrong with her telling me? I figured some stuff out with the things she told me. I mean, it looks like the whole activate her detonator thing was just a bluff. She's prancing around downstairs happy as a clam now that you're back.
Snake glanced down at Clover and Seven, examining one of the bookshelves.
That's very true. I've decided I can trust you. I've decided to tell you the truth. The chance that Santa is Zero is very high. I feel I can assume Santa doesn't have the time to observe us at the moment. And at any rate, even if he were, I very much doubt he would kill us.
Why?
Clover told me about the 4-leaf clover, about the words. If he knew about that, then he was in my group during the first experiment. I'm sure of it. He wouldn't kill us, no matter what the situation was.
Snake paused and cocked his head as though he was listening to something very far away. His face looked dark, as though something was weighing on him.
Hey, Snake?
Junpei wasn't quite sure what to say. Snake turned and looked at him.
Yes, I know. You want to know what happened during the experiment?
Yeah.
How much do you know?
Clover told me about...
I see. The morphogenetic field in the experiments 9 years prior. How the experiments had taken place simultaneously at 2 locations, one being the ship and the other being a building in Nevada. And the girl that died during the experiment. She told you all that, did she?
Snake looked down. His face was tight. A slight tremor shook his body, and he tried to hide it. He was putting on a good front, but even Junpei could tell that he was holding back something deep and powerful. He made as if to brush something from his face and looked up at Junpei.
At any rate, I now know how much you've learned. All that remains for us to determine
is who did this and why, right?
Yes.
Can you tell me what happened?
Yes.
Snake nodded slowly.
The people who organized the initial experiment were from a company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals. There were 4 of them running the show. Gentaro Hongo, Nagisa Nijisaki, Teruaki Kubota, Kagechika Musashido. Hongo was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Nijisaki was his right-hand man and did the lion's share of the planning. Kubota led the company's research and development division.
Hey, he looks familiar.
Oh yeah.
Musashido was their majority stockholder.
So does he.
It was these 4 people who planned the initial experiment.
Musashido looks like the captain that was killed in the room with the zero place bracelet on
Since
his
this is
hand.
not a particularly big secret at this point, now that we've seen them, you are correct about the captain. You are also correct about Kubota, and
Nijisaki is Mr. X.
Man X.
We've seen his face in the cutscene.
Let me simplify it for you. Hongo designed it, and Nijisaki put it all together. Kubota developed the technology required, and Musashido provided the cash.
Huh, so it's Hongo, Nijisaki, Kubota, Musashido.
Junpei couldn't shake the sense that he had heard those 4 names somewhere before.
Of course, more than 4 people were required to conduct an experiment of this scale. To that end, they organized a top-secret team to assist them with their research. All in all, they gathered 10 people or so. Those 10 completed their team, and they were able to begin the project. They named it the Nonori Project. The purpose of the experiment was to research the prospect of controlling a human mind through sheer will. The vessel, I suppose you could say, for this control was the morphogenetic field.
Huh.
Why did the glycerin suddenly begin to crystallize? Why did the crystal structure of EDT undergo a sudden change? Why did the rats improve their puzzle-solving skills with each generation? Experiments with humans produced the same results. The more people who knew the answer to a question, the more there were who could answer correctly without having seen the problem before. Why is that? How could it happen? The answer is that the shape of the answer has been stored in a field invisible to the naked eye.
Unfortunately, despite how long this game has been out, morphogenetic fields could not help me find that 3rd fucking light bulb.
And through that field, the resonant event transmits information related to that answer. That's essentially the idea behind morphogenetic fields.
But that's just a theory.
Can't bring yourself to believe it?
Yeah.
I'm glad that my VTuber means that I can give a look.
Let's say someone killed another person because the devil told them to do it. Whether the devil exists or not has no relevance to the murder. They believe the devil exists. Whether or not he does is immaterial.
So what matters
Stop
here
talking
is
about
that
Binding of
Hongo
Isaac.
believed
We
in
have
the
stuff to do.
morphogenetic field.
That's right.
But I still
Snake
don't get
nodded.
it. You said they wanted to figure out how to control people, right? That is what you were saying.
Yes.
So how are they going to do that with a morphogenetic field?
I'll keep it simple. Let's suppose 10,000 people have solved a certain problem. The chance of you knowing that answer, even if no one has told you, will go up. Let's have another example, shall we? Say 1 million people were to do a handstand right now. Tomorrow, the chances of you doing a handstand would be higher, even if you had heard nothing of this hypothetical mass handstanding.
Although, actually, come to
Bitch,
think
have
of
you
it,
seen me? The chances of me doing a handstand are about the same as you as you singing "I see the light."
I will say, I have actually seen stuff in my life that might support morphogenetic fields, but that's a topic for another time.
Mankind's
Yes,
thought
aren't
process
1
and
hour
actions are all
overtime.
part of a resonant event. All of the resonant events encoded in the fields are projected onto you. Of course, this assumes you believe in this theory. Do you follow so far?
Yeah.
Now, if there was a person who had the same effect as those millions of people, what would happen? If that one person were to do a handstand, other people would find themselves wanting to do handstands as well. Can you imagine what a person with powers like that would be able to do?
Come on, there's no way.
I'm not done. Imagine another scenario. Imagine another person. This is an ordinary person. Let's say he does a handstand. What if there was someone who could grab the resonant event he created by doing that and use it to make other people do handstands?
I'm hearing the phrasing of this, and all I can think of is the ass slap puzzle.
What would happen
Oh
then?
god damn it, no.
I mean,
I already
A
suffered
person who
through
has the
that.
power to
I don't
write
want
to
to do
the
it
field,
again.
And someone who can read from the same. You could think of them as the writer and the reader, or the transmitter and the receiver. What would the world be like if there were people with abilities like these?
Junpei thought about it for a moment.
So the transmitter's resonant
That's
event
that
can be
puzzle?
transmitted through the field and sent to the
I'll
receiver.
send it to you later, Taze.
And then the
It's a meme about
transmitter
this
can
series.
control the receiver however they wish. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes. Close enough, at least.
Come on, that's just crazy.
Well, if you want to prove that, then you'll have to test it first. At least, that was how they thought. That was why they decided to do their experiment. That was how the Nonary project began.
Snake suddenly looked very serious.
By the way, Junpei, have you ever heard of the Gansfeld experiment?
Yes. Junpei cleared his throat and tried to act calm.
Yeah, that was an experiment in telepathy, right? You place a pair of subjects in separate rooms. Then you show one a picture and ask the other what they see.
Interesting. I'm impressed. Yes, that is exactly correct.
So, why did you bring up the Gansfeld experiment?
It was used
There.
to screen subjects for the Nonary project. The hospital in a remote town was affiliated with Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Hongo used it to conduct experiments on visiting children in secret. Some of them, he found, had potential. He began to gather children that showed promise. Children that seemed as though they might be able to access the field. Of course, none of them volunteered. They were kidnapped.
His face barely moved as he spoke.
There were 9 pairs of siblings taken, for 18 children total. For reasons that were not fully understood at the time, each pair had 1 transmitter and 1 receiver. They were split perfectly. As such, the 18 children were split into 2 groups of 9. The children who were put into Group Q were the ones who excelled at transmitting. They were transferred to the mock experiment building known as Building Q in the Nevada desert. The children who excelled at receiving were put in Group A. Group A was then placed on the former hospital ship Gigantic. From the experiments he had conducted so far, Hongo had learned the following.
So what we've learned is that Snake is good at receiving.
There are 2 things that can increase one's resonance with the fields.
I mean, he does
The
like
first
long,
is
girthy
epiphany.
things.
The other is danger. Have you ever been faced with an especially difficult problem and thought about it very
It is
long
a
and
bit of a
very hard
twig.
until finally an answer suddenly appeared in your mind? It may seem obvious to say so, but that is what is meant by epiphany. The information obtained through that epiphany can be easily transmitted through the fields, where it can be easily interpreted. Adding danger to that equation allows for even easier field access. That's where Hongo came in. They set up a number of puzzles across the Gigantic. The participants had to solve each one before they could move to the next room. Of course, he hadn't forgotten to include danger. He had detonated a bomb on the hull of the Gigantic. The children in Group A were forced to play the Nonary game as the ship sunk. By forcing the children into a life-or-death situation, Hongo hoped to increase the likelihood of their tapping into the fields. The children from Group Q, on the other hand, were confined to the mock experiment building, Building Q. Building Q duplicated the interior and puzzles of the Gigantic exactly. Every detail was exactly the same. Hongo explained the situation to the children in Group Q. Solve the puzzles you find throughout the rooms. When you have the answers, transmit that information to the children in Group A. If you succeed, they will be able to solve the puzzles and escape. But if you fail, then the Gigantic will sink, and your brothers and sisters will drown. Those were his orders. Do you know why the astronauts of Apollo 13 were able to return to Earth safely? It was because NASA had access to a replica of the Apollo 13 capsule. All of the equipment, the instruments, everything. All of it identical. Everything was just like the real Apollo 13. NASA was able to replicate the situation the astronauts found themselves in. By putting themselves in the same situation, they attempted to solve the problems the astronauts were dealing with. Once they found solutions, they reported their findings to the men aboard the actual capsule. That was how they were able to return safely. It was the same with the Gigantic and Building Q. The children from Group Q had to use the power of epiphany to solve the puzzles they found and transmit what they learned through the fields. The children in Group A, however, they had to access the fields to learn how they might advance to the next stage. That is the simplest explanation I can manage.
Snake sounded defeated. His half-hearted attempt at derision served only to show how much the story had affected him.
Huh.
Just as Junpei was about to speak.
Hey, Junpei, Snake! How much longer are you two gonna sit around on those bony asses? Get
My
down here
thoughts
already!
exactly!
Same here.
Seven's voice
Get
echoed up from
tired.
below. Snake took a deep breath and blinked rapidly, as if just waking up from a long nap.
He's right. Let's go, shall we? We don't have much time. We need to get out of here and soon.
Oh!
Snake headed for the stairs, but Junpei put out an arm to stop.
Hold it. There's one more thing I want to ask you. Are you sure that there were 18 kids?
Why?
Well, I thought it was only 16.
Oh, yes. That was what they said on the news, wasn't it? Yes, I have no doubt that 18 children were abducted and used in Hongo's experiment. After all, you couldn't exactly play a nonary game with any less, could you?
You could play it without number 9.
Well, yeah, but are you saying that the news got it wrong?
Yes, I am. There were 2 more children.
Well,
However, they had no relatives that I'm aware of.
It wouldn't be a
I
nonary, it
imagine
would be
no
an
one
octa-
filed a
octa
police
game.
report when they went missing. They were brother and sister, like Clover and I. The brother's name was Aoi. The sister's name was... Her name was...
Alice.
Snake couldn't seem to bring himself to continue. It looked as if what he was about to say brought him great pain.
Her name was Akane. That was the girl who... died.
What?
Junpei felt as if he had been punched in the stomach. His vision went blurry, and his head felt light.
Akane Kurashiki died 9 years ago?
No, different Akane.
Then, who is June?
Multiple people can be named Akane.
That's impossible. It can't be true. Akane isn't that uncommon of a name. If Snake had known her last name, that's a different matter entirely. So they share a name. A lot of other people do too. It doesn't mean anything. It was someone else. Of course it was.
Though she has had that plot disease. Junpei shook his head hard and pulled himself back to reality.
Is something wrong, Junpei? Your breathing sounds strange.
And Snake had noticed. Junpei cleared his throat and tried to act calm.
No, it's nothing. I'm fine. Let's get back down there, all right?
Snake raised an eyebrow but said nothing. He headed down the stairs, Junpei bringing up the rear.
Let's be real, this is the only one Steve rule applies full on here. Akane died 9 years ago, let's be real.
With every step he took, every breath he took, the cold hard sound of feet against metal dug at his heart.
I think we may have underestimated how long we'd be taking in the library.
No, I knew
The shadow
exactly
picture
how
was
long
going
it
to.
would be. But you guys seemed insistent.
My exact words were,
Well,
if Hannah thinks she can do it.
We might be towards the end of it. Speaking of
Did it
which,
say 5 at the end of the shadow picture?
Yes, I think we need to find the 5th volume.
well, would you look at that? There's a big red button behind this book. I guess we should press this button. God damn, if I had just taken random books off the shelves, I could have skipped this whole fucking puzzle.
I know, right? Also, that is a cool-ass secret passage.
That is a cool secret passage.
Still.
What was that sound?
It sounded like something really big was moving.
It came from the top floor.
Alright, let's go check it out.
Yes, like get the fuck out of this place.
I need to sleep.
Oh, fuck! There's a keyboard in front of the
God.
numbers. And there are 4 Roman numerals on the wall. It's gotta be a hint of some sort.
13,
well, let's see.
13, 14, 10, 15.
13.
No, 13.
I said 13, 14, 10, 13.
You said 15.
Oops.
I played a Final Fantasy or 2.
I want these Final Fantasy nerds out of here.
Let's see. The shitty Final Fantasy, the award-winning MMO, blah blah
Guys,
blah meme.
I'm just gonna cut to the chase. We're doing the stupid hexadecimal shit. It's DEAD.
Okay.
Oh.
No, you can't.
keyboard doesn't have any number keys. You can't type in stuff like 3 or 4.
Then that means... Oh, come on! How picky are you?
Well, I bet you gotta type something on that keyboard.
Yeah, but you can only type letters.
Looks like you can only enter 4 letters.
Let's see how it works. Guess you need to enter once you type in the letters. Okay, so
It's
type,
dead.
Blah, blah, blah. Yep.
You're welcome.
I mean, considering we had to go through the 0 puzzle just a little while ago, probably would have solved it pretty
Let's
quickly.
just let's keep going.
Yep.
I was gonna make jokes about
Yeah, you
how
did
it
it,
was
Jinpei.
about the quality of the various Final Fantasy games.
Unfortunately, we are way over time.
Shit, excellent MMO. Okay, shit. Let's continue. It's unlocked now.
Good job, Junpei. A gold star.
Whoa. Don't get too excited. Password was dead, remember? It just makes me think whatever's waiting for us isn't good.
So what? Jeez, you're such an old lady. You can't be worrying about stuff like that. I mean, come on. We got it to unlock, didn't we? Let's go. Hurry up.
Thick metal door. There's a handle in the middle of it. Oh my god, I have to click the handle specifically. So we got this over with. Damn it! I
You
can't get it
can't break
open.
these cuffs.
This thing won't even break.
Really?
What? Why not? We put in the password. What else we gotta do?
Then that means...
You chose the fucking wrong door.
It's the other door. Motherfucker, why would they do this? 0, you're a dick! Alright, let's get this thing open.
Wait for it.
What is the point of that? Why are there 2 doors?
Just to fuck with you.
So that you can go. You can't
Anyway,
open
it's
this
late.
door.
I'm leaving.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
going
save
to fuck
right
to bed.
now, please.
Yeah, let's save.
Thank you all for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
Next time we'll do the finale. I have prep to do.
Yeah, okay. We'll be doing the finale next time. I will see you all next time. The word next time has lost all meaning to me. I was so expecting to open the door. Bye.
That was fun.